Hello, everyone. Welcome to NUFC Talk TV. I may get canceled for this, and that's fine. I'm okay with it, actually. I feel a little bit weird about this whole situation. I want to know your opinion, and some of you may not care. Some of you may be against it, and that's totally fine. And I want to bring a true freedom of speech to this channel when it comes to football, of course. And I don't want to get political. I don't want to get religious to the point where we're, debating religion per se. But I got a bone to pick with Newcastle United. I am a Christian with Christian values. I practice Christianity throughout my whole life. I was born Catholic, and I go to church, and I live my life as such. I think it's great, for me at least. However, when it comes to Newcastle United, in this world now that we need to be equal, that we need to basically equality for everyone. Well, it's not so equal when Newcastle United comes out and wishes Eid Mubarak or Happy Ramadan to its Muslim fans, and that's respectful and in a respectful way. And of course, any Newcastle United fan seeing that should respect that and move on about their business. But something's going on where only Fulham, as far as I'm concerned, as of now, only Fulham Football Club, you got a new fan in me, by the way, has posted Happy Friday to its Christian fans. And it's a bit odd. Maybe something else is going on in England that we don't know about, or maybe that we know about, but we shall not dive into because this is not a political show. However, where is Newcastle United's inclusivity of Christian fans? A simple post of Happy Friday would do. And I don't need Newcastle United to do anything. I don't need a post from Newcastle United to validate me or make me feel special. But I just like to call out the inconsistencies and the inequality. As odd as it sounds, because in this world, in this day and age, we tend to want to be equals. We tend to everybody, be equal to everybody, right? And it's a bit odd. And I posted this right there on my social media. And I said, genuine question from a Christian fan: why doesn't NUFC say Happy Ramadan or Eid Mubarak to its Muslim fans, but not wish Christian fans the best wishes on Good Friday, especially being a country founded in Christian values? And that's not really getting political, in my opinion, because it is truth. It is the truth. England was founded in Christian values. It's just the way it is. You can't change that, no matter how much you want to. Same as the U.S., Canada, and everybody on the western side of things. And the reason I point that out, founded on Christian values, is that because I wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia, I wouldn't go to Qatar, I wouldn't go to the UAE or Bahrain or Jordan, I wouldn't go to India, I wouldn't go any of these countries and say, well, how come you don't wish people Good Friday? Because clearly that's not what their country is based and founded upon. That's not what they believe. They believe in other things, which should be respected. But when it comes to Newcastle United being in England, especially when they post and they promote, and that's fine, and then they wish everybody well, we should all wish everybody well. But how come Christian Newcastle United fans don't feel the same love, the same respect, the same affection from our club? I have an issue with that. I do. And I call it out. And I may be canceled for this. And people might call me, I don't know what they call people that speak like me now, some type of phobic, I'm sure. And that's fine. I'm willing to get canceled. I am taking time to reflect. I'm taking time to think. I'm taking time to judge myself on, maybe I'm not practicing enough. Maybe I'm not following what I should. And listen, I don't want this to be ideological or religious talk. I'm just speaking as a Newcastle United fan. I feel a bit odd about this. And again, I don't need Newcastle United to validate me. That's not the case. That's not the point at all. Don't fall for that. It's about this so-called equality that only, it seems, as of today, Fulham Football Club has posted about this, wishing a blessed and a blessed and peaceful Good Friday to all those reflecting. It's simple. And I thought maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm the weird one here. Maybe I ain't got a clue, as you guys would say it in the UK. The first comment you go to, got the balls to tweet this. Well done, Fulham. Maybe I'm not the only one. Lucas here says, well done, Fulham. Happy Easter, brothers. Pretty sure this tweet makes you more qualified to be head of the church than in England than Charles. And listen, I don't want to get political. I don't want. That's not my point on this. And that's why people were going to look at me and say, you know what, you're evil, get canceled, you're an Islamophobe or whatever. I respect all people, and I respect everybody's right to practice what they believe in. Aran there says, no other team in the league do it either. I said it's a shame. And there's another comment as well, I think on their retweet here. By the way, what a beautiful sight to see in England. I am an American, but I'm incredible sights to see in this. England flag and the cross. And you might not believe, and you might not care. You might be an atheist, and I pray for you that you find your way. Many of them don't believe, and that's their prerogative. I don't tend to change nobody's feeling towards this. But I would like to call inequality when I see one, especially when it seems to be only equality for some and not for others. Garrett there says, hard time to be a Christian, a lot of suppression of our faith in order to make others feel comfortable. And listen, I don't want this to be a debate, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to call this out because it doesn't seem fair or equal as we tend to want things nowadays, right? If it's going to be equal for one, it has to be equal for others. And I might get canceled. I might be hated. A lot of people might unsubscribe. A lot of people might stop being a member of the channel. And that's fine. I respect everybody's wishes to do so. But I just felt like I needed to say something when it comes to this. That we can't talk about Kieran Trippier being deciding to leave and wish him the best. And of course, we're going to return to those debates and return to those talks. But I thought it was important for me to get this message out because I felt it. I felt just a knot in my stomach as I woke up and started realizing. And actually, I didn't even care to look for stuff like that. But when I saw Fulham's post, I'm like, wait a minute. It struck a nerve because did Newcastle post this? I even went to other clubs and none of them have. As Garrett says there, or the other guy, Adam, I think was his name. No other clubs do it. And they don't have to at all. But when they do it for other things, it feels like there's a bit of a inequality in this particular case. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation, a civil conversation on this matter. And again, this is not a political channel, but it does pertain to some fans, and the treatment of some in this particular case in England, because we follow the club that it's based in England. I wouldn't say anything if the club was in another country, because it makes no sense. Why would I? I wouldn't expect, again, Saudi Arabia or Qatar. If I was following one of their clubs, I wouldn't expect them to say anything because that's not what they believe in. I thought it was a bit odd in England, but I may be wrong. Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like what you see on a daily basis, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, NUFC Talk TV. Thank you. Happy Friday to all. May God bless you.